Auction time. This is the 7Q series auction. 7Q01 is a Dite Obsidian blade. Yes, yes. I think I started this one on video, but I did not want to nap the whole thing on video because it was difficult. 6 7/8. It was difficult because it gets steppy as it gets thinner, because as the flakes get thinner, they don't want to travel without breaking up. So they tend to shatter, and they tend to do this step fracturing at the end. Like that. They're not that strong, right? So they'll break. So you end up you get all these crunchy things at the ending. Anyway, I did manage to thin it down. And as I was sharpening it, I took a bite out of one of these sides. It was either this side or that side, a perfectly semicircular round bite. And I did not want to reduce the entire width, so I put some notches in to make it look like an art point. Yeah, so I put the same, well, I napped out the bite so it wouldn't look like a bite, and then I put in the other notches to match, or to make it look like an art point. So that's what it is. Sharpened all the way around. I got it as thin as I could possibly get it. And that's hard to do on video as well. It's much easier to thin it like this off camera. Yeah, I've tried to do it on camera. I've done it a couple times, but it's dicey. It's risky. Sometimes I have to delete the video if I snap it in half or break something major on it, like the tip or the stem. Or I get a bite taken out of the side and it ruins it. This one wasn't bad. Or I get an overshot, yeah. Anyway, this is high grade actually. This, even though it gets crunchy as it gets thinner, it is still a high grade dacite. Yeah. All right. 7Q02 is a blade, leaf-shaped blade made of that fancy midnight lace type obsidian, high-grade stuff. It's this is triple flow type stuff, but there's no red in it. It's just black and clear. So I think this is called midnight lace. It's high-grade stuff, but it also gets a little bit crunchy as it gets thinner. I think that's pretty typical, but sometimes you get some very cooperative material that doesn't get that crunchy when it gets thinner. It's rare, yes, but it does happen. Okay, so this one is 5 1/8 inches long, and it is sharpened all the way around. It is kind of jaggedy, but I didn't want to pick at it too much. I wanted to leave it kind of jaggedy and very sharp. Believe it or not, it's sharper if I don't mess with the edge too much. You know what I'm saying? If I pick at it too much, it kind of dulls it down a little bit. So it's still a little bit jagged. I tried to get the edges thin, as thin as I could. And yeah, I did it all off camera. I'm not sure who gifted me this obsidian. Yeah, I have 3 very generous friends from Oregon and Northern California that send me stuff. Yeah. And I can't remember what stuff comes from who. Yeah. But yeah, thanks. I got this from a very generous subscriber. Yeah. 7Q03 is an attempt at an Eden point. I'm doing practice points during the week whenever I can get a chance. I'm going to try to get that flaking just right eventually. The hard part is, getting everything consistent. The real ones had mistakes like this, but I'm trying to limit the mistakes, and sometimes I don't have a consistent flake pattern. See that? It looks like it's missing a flake right there. It's very difficult to get the contour nice and smooth without grinding it, like a flake over grind type situation. It's very difficult to get it smooth so that the last pass looks like it has sequential flaking. And then the stem is also very difficult to do because it requires very controlled, yes, I said controlled, flaking. Yeah, you have to have flakes that have a high predictability, and that requires a very smooth surface. Yeah, like flake over grind. It'd be a lot easier if I just ground these down and then did the final pass like a flake over grind. It'd be much easier. Yeah. But anyways, this is translucent. This is a heat treat from Sal, I believe. I think I did the biface on video, but you would probably cry if you saw how wide it was when I started compared to how wide it is now. I didn't lose much on the length, but I lost like over 75, no, I'd say over 50% at least on the width. It was more than twice this wide. Yeah. Which gives you a lot of opportunity to make the surface smooth, but if you have one mess up that scoops it out too much, it ruins it. Yeah. So it requires very tedious flake removals, very slowly from a very large preform. So I don't know if these things were ornamental when they were this size. How long is it? I forget now. 4 3/8. Anything over 4 inches requires a pretty big spall or nodule. I don't know if these were ceremonial, the larger ones, because I know the smaller ones, some of them have impact fractures, but these larger ones, I don't know. They take so long that I would think that they're probably ceremonial or trade items or just knives and not projectile points. It took me over 2 hours just to get the preform. I can't remember how long it took me to do the final flaking. So it's probably 3 hours or 4 hours in this one here. I have about 3 or 4 hours into this one point, and I still haven't got the hang of it. It's because I'm not into the pressure flaking or the sequential type flaking. Yeah, it's a whole different mindset. 7Q04 is a Scotsluff type. And again, I'm practicing with the flaking. I did scoop it out right there. It's not that consistent, but I try to get the cross section consistent. You know, the flakes are not as consistent as I think they should be for this particular style, but I'm getting there eventually. Yeah. You have to have a smooth preform and very carefully remove flakes. I think I got this piece from Danny Collins. I think it is a kind of a root beer. I can't remember where I got this piece from. I think it is from Danny Collins. And I think it's raw. Although it's very high grade raw. Yeah, it's the highest grade raw that I have. Yeah. I have some Knife River flint still that I'll be making some of these from, but I wanted to practice on this stuff first. It's very similar. Okay, how long is this one? 3 3/4. Okay. Did I show the side view? All right. 7Q05. This one is all on video and it's translucent. Yep. Don't ask me what type of chert it is, because it's in the description of the video where I finished this out. I just can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that's why I say don't ask, because I can't remember. Yeah, I don't have a reference or notes or anything. Anyway, it's all on video. 2 3/4. I'm not sure if I measured it already. Sharpened all the way around. It can be used as a hunting point or a pattern for future hunting points. Make a good pendant. Make a good window decoration because it is translucent. It is a chert, I believe. Right? Or is it an agate? It might be an agate. But it is from Oregon. And I don't know what type this is. You know, what did I replicate? Pelican Lake? But I don't know if Pelican Lakes are made of this type of material. Anyway, there you go. 7Q06. This one I made from Oregon Jasper. And it's a Elko split stem with long barbs. Yeah, the the biface that this started out as is on video. So you can see that, but I napped it off camera so that I could get it done without snapping it, especially these barbs. To get those barbs done without too much hassle, it's much easier to do it off camera and get those pop outs at the bottoms of the notches done without too much hassle. Okay, all the notches have nice pop outs at the bottom, except that side in the middle. Somehow I got a bunch of little ripples in that one. Oh well. Anyways, it's sharp, or sharpened. I picked at it. I got as thin as I possibly could, which is difficult to do on camera, so I did off camera. Another reason why I do these off camera. But it naps very, very well. Yeah, it does nap very well. Brian Olson, I believe, sent this to me, and it's heat treated perfectly. It is a heat treat. It's some of the best quality heat treat out there. Yeah, that I have ever, napped. It is high grade heat treat. I used to say that the high grade heat treats were my favorite. They're my second favorite. The first favorite is the buttery obsidians. Yeah. All right. 7Q07 is another Oregon Jasper point. It's the same stuff as the previous one, and the biface is on video. And this is a bitter root style point. Okay. And I checked the size and everything. This is consistent with the actual size of the real points. Yeah. Let's see. It's a little over 2 inches if you include the bottom of that ear right there all the way to the tip. So yeah, it is consistent with the Overstreet Guide's sizes for the bitterroot point. The neck is a little bit wide for most of them, but there is one bitterroot point that has a wide neck. So I said, cool, yeah, I'm within range. It is sharp, but I didn't pick at it too much, so it's kind of jaggedy. And I noticed that on some of them, some of the bitterroots do have jagged edges. Okay. I like these. I like this style. The Jaspers are not translucent. Okay, maybe a little bit around the edges, but that's it. Okay, all right. 7Q08 box of broken bifaces. I broke this one this morning and it disappointed me a lot. And I said, man, I'm getting this nice mahogany type obsidian. Some of my favorite stuff, and I end up snapping it. Alright, and this is on video. It's a heat treat Georgia Jasper. You can get a chance to nap it if you like, if you win. This one here was going really well until it started getting crunchy right there. And then I thought I was being smart. I took a flake of obsidian, of this flake that came off of this, to just kind of brush away a lot of the steppiness in there, but it scratched the surface. So this obsidian can scratch itself. See, there's a bunch of scratches in there. I went back and forth with a flake, and usually it doesn't do that. It doesn't scratch itself that badly, but it's got very bad scratches. And I said, man, I ruined it. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'll let you mess with it. But it's a triple flow. It's got a little bit of gold sheen to it. In some areas you can see it does have that gold sheen to it. If you hear something in the background, it sounds a little bit like rain or static. I've got something frying right now that I forgot to turn off before I turned on the video for the auction. Yeah, so I apologize for that. It's not the microphone this time. So I got this thin, but I'm putting it in here and it broke some bifaces because I messed it up with the scratchings. All right, this is a dacite, high-grade dacite, same as this first item. This comes off the same nodule. Okay, so you have a chance to nap high-grade dacite, because some people never will ever know what high-grade dacite naps like until they try it. Until someone tells them it's a high grade and they go, oh, now I know what the high grade is. Yeah, so now's your chance. And this one I was going to nap into a point, but no time for these things usually. But it's nice stuff. Yeah, it's a triple flow. It's got some bubbles in it, but it's a high grade obsidian. Yeah, it naps pretty good. Believe it or not. It looks like it might not, but it did nap really well. I just didn't get a chance to work on it. Okay? I knew you would agree that I shouldn't have worked on it, or it's okay to offer it. Yeah. All right. Rules. Okay, these are just a short version of the rules. I'm using these little note cards. Okay? There will be an auction here every Monday. I will post the auction video at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, I'll try to get it posted at 4 p.m. Sometimes I might be late. And it will end at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Every time. That I won't be late on. Okay? You bid in the comment section. If you're not able to post a comment, you will not be able to participate in the auction. You bid under one or more of my pre-populated comments. Please include the item number if you're not sure you placed your bid in the correct place. Okay? Kind of self-explanatory. Try not to bid at the last minute. I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. Okay? Just fair warning. Okay? I reserve the right to call the winner as I see fit in any case. Right? Okay, so there's been issues where it's been very close. And people have been bidding at the last minute. And sometimes YouTube says you're late. Even though you and I both know you're on time. But I got to use a time tracker that everybody sees. So that's why I use YouTube's time tracker. All right? Okay. Look at my previous auctions to see how they work. If you have questions, you can email me or post your questions in the comments section. So my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Right. There is a description of the auction in the description box. I also post this short video clip every time in case you don't like reading. Yeah. There will be a hard close of the auction at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It depends on your time zone, though. It ends at 8 if you're on Central Time, 7 if you're on Mountain Time, and 6 if you're on Pacific Time. Make sure you account for your time zone. Okay? All right. I will begin announcing winners 1 minute after the top of the hour. It may take me up to 45 minutes to announce all the winners, though. Okay, so give me some time to announce all the winners. I will start at 1 minute after the top of the hour because I refresh the comment section to make sure I see everyone's comment and I know what time they bid. Okay. I will hit the heart button if you win. This is the only notification you will receive. There is no private messaging in YouTube. And I will not hunt you down on Facebook or anything like that to announce that you are the winner. I will put a heart on the winning bid. I will heart it or love it or whatever it's called. Okay? All right. As a last resort, I can bid for you if you contact me before the auction ends. However, I will not bid for you closer than 5 minutes prior to closing. Okay? So keep that in mind. Again, my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. You can email me if you're having trouble. You can bid as many times as you like. I will only charge you the amount that beats the next highest bidder. This helps to prevent sniping. Okay, so if you're not sure what that means, just look at previous auctions. You'll see that some guys bid a lot toward the end of the auction. They start putting in bids at the last minute just so someone won't snipe them for like $2. You know what sniping is, right? If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Did I skip one? No. I will hit the like button if and when I see your bid. It may take me a while, but as the time approaches the closing, I check more frequently. Okay, so this is how you know that I'm seeing your bids or comments. I will hit the like button. Okay, this is very important, especially if you're new. If you suspect that your comments or bids are not being seen, try asking if I see your comments bids. You ask in the comment section. If I don't respond, I can't see your comments or bids. All right, pretty obvious. So if I can't see your comments or bids, you got to try something else, like restart your phone or use someone else's phone or get on your computer to try to bid or, send me an email. Figure out what's going on because it's usually on your end, right? Yeah. So just try different methods to try to get your comments visible. Shipping is free in the US. International shipping is discounted but not free. Okay? Free in the US, but international shipping is not free. It's $10 extra for a light package, 1 pound or less, and $20 extra if it's heavier than that. Okay? So your international shipping is discounted, but it's not free. Shipping is free in the US. I ship all items through the US Post Office. I will always provide tracking numbers. I will issue refunds if requested. Oh, yes. If you are the winner and you're new, you'll need to email me your name, your address, and preferred method of payment. Or you can ask me what I prefer. I usually prefer PayPal, but I have different payment methods that I use. I accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal.me, Zelle. Okay, just we'll arrange this in the emails. Okay. Okay, that's it for the cheat notes. Good luck, everybody.